It has been said that nobody can become a permanent success unless they take others along with them on the journey. We are continuing the reading of The Science of Personal Achievement from Napoleon Hill. We are on Chapter 2, The Mastermind Alliance. We are continuing the study together. I love it. It has been a while. I am happy to be back. If this is your first time here, my name is Carla Elizondo. I am a principal teacher and a coach at the Napoleon Hill Institute. If you are interested in anything, all of the details are below. I offer free complimentary coaching calls and all that jazz. We have so many amazing things. If you are a fan of Napoleon Hill, all personal development things, I have got you. We need to connect. All right, let's dive in. Chapter 2, The Mastermind Alliance. It's been said that no one can become a permanent success without taking others along in the journey. You take them along for their benefit and yours. The second principle of the science of personal achievement, Mastermind Alliance, underscores the importance of association with other people, using a pool of talents and knowledge to gain success. The mastermind principle is the hub of the entire philosophy. People overlook this. I certainly did when I first started studying Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. I was like, really, I don't like to get in groups of people. Like, people just talk too much. They use it as a therapy session. But when you really, really harness the power of a mastermind alliance, meaning you gather with like-minded people, oftentimes they are not friends, they are not family. So by joining the Napoleon Hill Institute, it's already like-minded people, people that I hadn't known before. And I had actually met a couple women from Nebraska. I'm in California, they're in Nebraska. They are successful in their own rights. One of them's a real estate agent, another is a social seller. They both have 6- and 7-figure businesses. And I could really use their specialized knowledge. So, and they know that I create content. So we kind of traded. I've been helping them with like social media and videos. And we have just became, it's probably been about 8 months now. We did a live event together in Omaha for the Napoleon Hill Institute. So this is what mastermind alliances do. You meet like-minded people, you share resources, specialized knowledge. It's always good to know people, to connect with people for that same cause, to grow in your own business and to really just cheerlead each other on. Honestly, since I've been in that mastermind with these women, my whole life has completely changed. It's such a miracle. So shout out to my girls. You know who you are. So the mastermind principle is the hub of this entire philosophy. Here's a good definition of the mastermind. An alliance of 2 or more people working in harmony with a positive mental attitude for the attainment of a definite end. 2 or more people working in harmony, perfect harmony, with a positive mental attitude for the attainment of a definite end. Now that definition sounds simple enough, yet there is very much more than meets the ear and the eye. My mentor, Bob Proctor, used to describe the mastermind as something like this. Say you have a 60-watt light bulb and you join with someone else that's a 60-watt light bulb. You guys are now together 120 watts, and you just continue to add to that power. So me on my own, I'm only 60 watts, but when I join with my sisters, that multiplies. It's exponential, it just grows. So when we join together with, and this is the most important part, with a positive mental attitude, in harmony. If there's discord, people aren't on the same page, you quit that mastermind right away. And we were always really clear on that. And that's why I love there's certain guidelines that we abide by. We are not there for chitty chat. We're not there for gossip. It's not a therapy session. We are totally focused on our goals, our definite chief aim, and what we're going towards. And we just support one another. It truly is so magical. I actually did a video. It's a private video. I actually sent it to some other coaches. If you're interested, message me, I'll send it to you, about how to start a mastermind. All right. When I was initially introduced to Andrew Carnegie, the first question I asked him was to tell me in as few words as possible to what he owed his fortune. He said, well, my fortune is due entirely to the work of my mastermind group, explaining that the mastermind is not made up of any one mind. It's made up of more than 20 whose backgrounds, experiences, education, temperaments, and abilities have been combined and blended and directed to a definite end in a spirit of perfect harmony. Again, think of the light bulb as the mind. My mind is just one on its own, but when I join it with other minds, it can tap into that universal intelligence so much easier. So it's directed to a definite end and in a spirit of perfect harmony. And that end for him was the making and the marketing of steel. That was the first time in my life I have ever heard of the mastermind. And later on, as I commenced to contact these other men of great achievement, I found out there was no possibility of great achievement except by the application of the mastermind. That is to say, unless you learn to connect your mind with the minds of other people, use their education, their ability, their foresight, their temperament, and sometimes their capital, you'll never get very far. All the great achievements, such as General Motors and General Electric, are the result of the Mastermind Alliance, including the application and use of other people's money. The first factor of the mastermind principle is the medium through which we may procure the full benefits of the experience, training, education, and specialized knowledge of others, of influence, just as completely as if their minds were, in reality, one zone. For example, contemplate what happened in the life of Thomas A. Edison, who was thrown out of school after a few months and sent home with a note to his parents saying that he was not teachable. He never went back to school. He didn't know anything about the sciences, yet he selected that as his major purpose in life, a calling that made it necessary for him to use all of the sciences practically. He had to have a technical ability. He had to have scientific training. He had to have a great variety of things, and yet he had none of those. Surround yourself with people who have the abilities to help you achieve your goals. This is the one thing that I wish I knew when I was younger. To surround yourself with like-minded people. And the truth is, sometimes, yes, you have to pay for it. Sometimes you have to pay to be in masterminds. You pay to be coached. I spend a minimum, listen to me, I spend a minimum of $2,000 a month on my personal development and my coaching. Minimum. I think this past month I spent $3,000. I know that might sound crazy. If my younger self would have heard that, I would have been like, what? That's ridiculous. But if I really thought about it before, I would go out, I would spend money on drinks, on dinner, on Ubers, putting trips on my credit card. We all spend money. Look around you right now. The things that you have, they all cost money. The Netflix subscriptions, all of the gyms we go to. I mean, how do you spend your money? What's important to you? I doubled down on this. I am insane. I only am focused on my personal development. I'm obsessed. So how much do you invest in yourself? For years, I would just listen to YouTube videos. I love YouTube and I learned a lot and I'm so grateful for the free content. However, I was just getting that shelf help. I wasn't applying it. There was no skin in the game. I wasn't on the hook. I wasn't investing anything. So when you pay attention. And that's why surround yourself with like-minded people. So for example, first class, the people that book first class, it's a whole different energy. You're going to have different conversations. If you book a high-end hotel, when you go and have dinner in the lobby or a drink, you're going to have different conversations. You're sitting next to different people. It's not good or bad. It's just a different vibration because different places, different money brackets attract a different energy. Think of success consciousness. So yes, at first you might have to pay to be around people and pay for that knowledge. That's a good thing because it separates the people who are just here for entertainment and free stuff and don't really want to change from the people who really want it. And that's what I learned. I will never forget, and I can say it freely now. So my mentor, Bob Proctor, he offered a masterclass. It was $26,000 for 6 months. I went through such a paradigm shift. I almost vomited. I remember thinking there's no way, but I made a decision. My coach at the time was like, you just make it happen. I got that money paid in full in 3 days, 72 hours. That's the price of a car. In my mind, a Honda Accord, it was so insane. But when you truly shift the way you look at money, you look at investments, you look at the value of things, your whole life changes. And by the way, it was his one and only masterclass before he passed away. And I have lifetime access to it. And I am so grateful that I signed up. That was just one of them. Trust me, I had invested in a lot of other programs that were a lot of money as well. But I don't regret a thing. My old money paradigms would make me feel really guilty. People would think, you're crazy. They just want your money. Oh my God. But it's just when you really start studying this stuff, you understand that to get into rooms with people that truly have success, that truly have knowledge, you got to pay for it. If it was free, everybody would be there. So it's a way to vet. It's who's the serious ones here? And so that was my point. That master class, it was really a mastermind. We went into breakout meetings. I was in the room with such great people. I made lifelong connections, millionaires, people that you would recognize their names. Let's just put it that way. And That was the price of being in that room, and I paid it gladly. So, Mastermind Alliance, you are not going to get somebody of high value for free. Like, that's great if you have some sort of teacher or mentor, but like when you're really looking for business advice or to pick someone's brain, how many people want to pick their brain? They can't do that for free. They're busy. And oftentimes people will pick their brain, they'll take them out to lunch and they won't even have like a pen and paper to take notes. It just goes one ear and out the other. So I hope this story that I just shared reframes your mind in a bit. And maybe you don't need reframing if you're watching this video. You probably already are that person who understands the value of investing in yourself, in paying for that, getting into the rooms, into mastermind meetings, meeting with like-minded people, surrounding yourself with people that are really going somewhere to motivate you. All right, let's read one more paragraph because I have a client and I gotta go. All right, so he was saying he had to have scientific training, Thomas A. Edison. And what did he do about it, not having that training because he didn't have any schooling? What every successful person does who undertakes something that's beyond the realm of their own achievements. He surrounded himself with people who did have those abilities, who understood chemistry and physics, those who had the necessary training that he didn't possess. He told them what to do, and they showed him how to do it. In every instance where you find people of outstanding achievement in any career, you'll find that they have been a success as a result of a mastermind alliance of one sort or another. That's so true. Here in Minnesota is a great Mayo Brothers Clinic, probably the greatest medical clinic of its nature in the entire world. That's still around. This has been a while. One of the many reasons it's great is because in that institution, there are medical personnel with almost every conceivable type of specialty training. The Mayo Brothers render excellent health care because they understand and use the mastermind principle. Through the experience and knowledge of a geologist, someone may understand the structure of the earth without training in geology. And through the experience and knowledge of a chemist, someone may make practical use of chemistry without being a trained chemist. And incidentally, anyone may choose anything as a major objective in life, any purpose that he or she desires. And even though that purpose involves education they may not possess, they can easily bridge that deficiency by surrounding themselves with people who do have that education. Through the knowledge and skill of scientists, technicians, physicists, and practical engineers, we may become a successful inventor. That is so true. If you have a vision, if there's something you want to do, but you have no idea how to do it, surround yourself with people that do. Do not let it stop you. If you don't know how to do something, like some people want to start a YouTube channel, they're like, I don't know how to use a camera, I don't know how to use lighting. Contact someone that does. Don't let anything stop you. Get into a mastermind alliance. This is truly what changed my life. So that was the first factor of the mastermind. We'll go into the second factor on the next video. I am so happy to be back. I love all of you guys. Thank you for your love and support. We will continue the Science of Personal Achievement, reading it together. We got a long way to go. I'm going to try to do more videos. So yeah, if you're a fan of Napoleon Hill, contact me, get a part of the Institute, get in the free Facebook group page. It's amazing. All of the info is below, and I will see you next time.